Hi, everybody. It is Amy and the gals from EO Squared. We are coming at you for September's FabOILous Workshop. I always feel like olive oil when I go FabOILous. It's oilish. So we are going to share with you today oils that begin with the letter P. Look at me. I can't even talk today. Who cares? Woohoo, we're onwards. So we're going to start off with Miss Brenda, who is going to share actually my conversion oil, but I'm letting her steal it. Whatever.
You didn't speak up fast enough, sister. Tough noogies, because this is one of my favorites. So past tense used to come like this. So this is what most of you have if you've had it for a long time and haven't used it. It now comes like this in the 15 ml with a childproof lock. And the reason is because it has wintergreen in it. And wintergreen is one of the, now I'm going to flip to my book just so I can say this right, because we'll mess it up if I say it any other way. Oh yeah, this is not going to be as easy as said. Anyway, I will get to that here in a second, but it is got in it wintergreen, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, cilantro, marjoram, Roman chamomile, basil, and rosemary. Now, a lot of those we've talked about already. And so if you haven't, you should go back and watch those about those oils. Obviously, we have not spoken about wintergreen because it starts with a W and we are only on P's. Wintergreen has methyl salicylate. Or Paula, did I say it right? Because I always mess it up. My tongue gets all. So anyway, it is natural. That is pretty much what they got aspirin from. They took that little molecule and made aspirin out of that. So we got that natural substance right in here. Past tense. It's called the tension blend. In one of my books, it's called the headache blend. And it's that. I mean, I hold everything here. And all I got to do is just go and boom, it's on. It's great. I do now take one of my old roller balls and I just dump all of this right into it and put the cat. And these are different type of roller balls. If you haven't seen them, they kind of, I don't want to take it apart because I just tipped it upside down, but this sleeve comes off and then that little ball kind of rolls around. So it's not all one piece. So if you take that apart with our handy dandy tool, which of course it's not handy dandy right now, it will kind of, that one, yep, it will kind of flop around. And then with that tool, you just pop off this little stopper on the bottom. Thanks, ladies. Look at this teamwork. And then I just pour it in, wipe it all off, because if you don't wipe it off, it kind of will seep through. So make sure everything is dry and then put your lids back on. And I have one of these in just about every bag that I have. Car, about every room. Used to have it in my kids in my lacrosse bag. And I was, and you got to remember this is a huge, huge tip. Whenever you apply oils, you're a human diffuser. So I would go to a lacrosse game, and especially if it was one of our rivals, and everybody would just be like this walking in the door. My past tense, put it on, and you could honestly swear to God, you could see everybody just kind of and calm down. And now I'm not there because my son graduated and they're all like, we miss your past tense. I'm like, I got a deal for you. Come on. I'll show you how to get that. So
I actually have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you, when you put the past tense from the 15 ml in the roller, do you add coconut oil at all?
I do not.
So you just fill one up to that. How many roller bottles can you get out of your 15 ml?
About 2, because I think there's 180 drops in a roller ball and there's 250 in our 15 mLs.
So that's why, like, I think I add a little coconut oil to it, and then you could maybe even get 3 roller bottles out of the one.
You could, and there is not coconut oil in this. The original ones that they came out with, it's straight oil. And it's what's that cooling sensation that you get, so be careful because, it might be a little bit too much for you if you're new and haven't used this before. I had somebody with me and somehow I did not have any coconut oil with me. And she put it on. She was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is burning, this is burning, this is burning. I'm like, do you have some sunscreen? Do you have, what kind of lotion? Do you have any hand lotion? And so she put it on and it totally thinned that out, for lack of a better word, thinned that out for her. And it was much, much better for her. So anyway, this one, you know, I mean, I honestly could go on and on about this. In our handy dandy book that we always have, one of the two that we all use, headaches, migraines, muscle aches, swelling and cramping, hangover, wish would have known that on Saturday, hot flashes and cooling, bruises and burns, joint pain, tension and stress, neck and shoulder pain, arthritis and restful sleep. Again, as I said, this is one I keep in my car. And if I've got like a 8-9 hour drive that I'm doing, sometimes my knees get a little bit cramped up. And thank God for Holy Jeans, because I roll it on in my jeans, you know, through my jeans. And it really takes away, especially if you're in a lot of traffic and you're doing a lot of this, because I had knee surgery, my meniscus, and it just gets tight when I'm constantly up and down instead of using cruise. So that's my past tense. I could go on, you know, in our emotions book, it talks about the relief. The physical and emotional discomforts are relieved. Past tense fosters feelings of appreciation and invites balance and reminds individuals there is still much to be grateful for despite opposition, trials, or setbacks, which is pretty much why we carry the tension in our shoulders, right? So that is my past tense. Like I said, sorry I took your glory there, Amy, but you know what? You didn't speak up fast enough, and it's my favorite, one of my favorites.
It's totally fine. I'm honestly really grateful that you did it because I know it is a staple in your daily oil use. So you're the next.
Yeah,
I haven't
thanks.
had to use it for years, but it was my conversion oil.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, you're next. What you got?
I actually am gonna make Paula's toes curl. I am talking about an oil that I actually used to really not like, but I have grown to really like it, and it is patchouli oil, which is not some of the people's favorites. In fact, a lot of times when I'm teaching classes, people are like, does it have patchouli? I don't like patchouli. Or I get, do you have patchouli? I love patchouli. It is a love-hate kind of oil. It really is. But let's talk about it, because you may have it or you may want to get it, because it has some properties you may not really even realize. So again, we're going from my handy dandy book of modern essentials to patchouli. The basics, which you may not realize, is it helpful for diuretic. Hey, so if you're trying to kind of, you got an abundance of water retention, right? So it's a helpful with that. Fever. It is, everybody says, oh, it smells like hippies. Well, hippies are known as AKA tree huggers. And what do tree huggers need? Insect repellent. And it is a great insect repellent. Did you know that? It also is, for the tree huggers, a termite repellent. So when you think about patchouli with tree huggers, just think insects and termites. It will help repel them. This is why they wear them, right? And actually, my father-in-law used it every Sunday. He would wear it to church. He used it as an aftershave. He loved it. I love it too. It is properties are anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antiseptic, antitoxic, astringent, a decongestant, a deodorant. Some people always say, well, the hippies just wore it because they just stank. You can use it as a deodorant, and I do. Poof, poof, right under the pits. A diuretic, like I said. This one I wanted to talk about because I thought this was really interesting. So the book describes its aromatic influence is sedating and calming, right? So peace, love, and chill, right? You don't have to wear crazy speckled pants either. You can just be like chill without them. And relaxing, allowing it to reduce anxiety. So if you struggle with anxiety or anxious feelings, you could be applying this one. I like to apply it to my tailbone, to the base of it, particularly if you're not hugely fond of the smell. The tailbone, it's going to help kind of ground you, help with that safety and security feeling. But if you don't mind the smell, you could definitely do the back of the neck as well, because like the pulse points, you could smell it. It also says, and remember, I am taking this from the book of the aromatic influence of patchouli. So just like Brenda said, we are natural diffusers. So patchouli may have some particular influence on sex, physical energy, and money. Hey. So if you are looking to shift some energies of either of those in your life, you may want to consider adding patchouli into your daily regimen. There's also some really cool historical uses and things like that. Acne, snake bites, appetite, curbing the appetite, dandruff, UV radiation, it helps protect against. So those of you guys in Arizona, if you're doing your own natural sunblock, you could be adding a drop or two to this. Or if you're applying like bergamot or one of the citrus oils that has more UV sensitivity, throw a little patchouli over top of it. It's going to help protect against the UV radiation. And it protects against wrinkles, because you know those hippies, they were always like, they looked so young, right? So patchouli, wrinkle protection. Now we got to dive into Amy's world really fast of the emotional side. Oh, I'll show you the cover of the book. So again, keep the idea of tree huggers and hippiness into it. I love how all the pieces of the puzzle come together. Patchouli is the oil of physicality. So it supports individuals in becoming fully present in their body. Okay, so this is helping you really like ground into it. It helps you appreciate the magnificence of your physical body, all its natural processes and functions, and assists in releasing emotional judgments and issues related to your body. That maybe you were taught that the body is dirty or unholy or something like that. This is going to help you kind of overcome any of that, or any body image distortions if you believe like you're too fat, too skinny, any of those. It really brings confidence in the body, as well as grace, poise, and physical strength. It reminds individuals of their childhood experiences when they used their bodies for play and for fun. Isn't that the way the hippies were like, woo, they just dance and they move and they just let it happen. On our deepest level, patchouli assists individuals to feel at peace while being present in their physical body. So again, it's going to help with body shame and judgment, being disconnected from your body, any body tension. It's going to help you feel more confident, be more accepting of your body, and a lot more physically expressive. So patchouli, consider it. And if you don't like it alone, consider pairing it, because there's some really great oils you could pair it with that would tone it down a little bit too. But bottom of the feet and lower back are always safe bets, so you can get the benefits of it without necessarily having the stank. Now I'm going to pass it on to Miss Paula. I think we literally swapped, because I really love the one you're doing and I wanted to do it too, but you took it first. See, look at it. Brenda stole mine. Paula steals mine. What is that? All right. Go ahead, Miss Paula.
That's everybody having a love for the oils. That's what that is. And it's okay. I have to tell you, I'm going to talk about pink pepper. And I fell in love with pink pepper before I ever smelled it. I remember sitting in convention and they played a video of where the co-impact sourcing was. And if I remember right, it was Kenya. And they were talking to a woman whose husband had passed away, and she was making like ropes out of grass and was trying to sell these ropes. And at first people bought them because they felt sorry for her, because their husband had died. But then they just move on with their life and don't feel sorry for her anymore. So then she went farther out and farther out trying to sell these ropes, right? And if I remember right, she went to a truck stop. Well, they didn't want the ropes, but boy, they wanted something else from her. Can you say prostitution will always and forever be a moneymaker in the planet? It just is what it is. And if that's the only way she had to feed her kids, that's the job she was going to take. So that was her job. And she had a friend in the exact same situation, and they met, and I do not remember the guy's name, from doTERRA that was out there looking to source the pink pepper. He met them and offered them the job. So you should see these chicks climbing up these big trees and shaking out these peppers right all over the ground. And now they're talking about how not only are their children fed, their children can go to school now and they can learn now. Now, I'm goosepimply talking about that today, but when I was watching it at convention, I was sobbing. I'm like, I'm buying all pink pepper in the world. Oh, yes, I am. But as it turns out, I really needed pink pepper and I friggin' love it. This little teeny bitty bottle I use in my thyroid capsule every day. And I know that I've touched on that a couple of times before, but it's turmeric, 2 drops of each of these: turmeric, pink pepper, DDR prime, frank, yarrow palm, copaiba. Top that capsule with coconut. And if you don't like burping stuff, make 2 capsules so you have lots of coconut. But I'm telling you, my thyroid went from like this big awkward lump when I would swallow to a normal looking neck, and all my blood work is good. So pink pepper is friggin' amazing. But when you open up the handy dandy little workbooks, right? I won't read everything, but I like the historical uses always. So virtually all parts of this tropical tree, including the leaves, bark, fruit, seeds, resin, and oleoresin or balsam, have been used medicinally by indigenous peoples throughout the tropics since the history of human beings. Like, how freaking amazing is that? Like, we are very lucky we have this in our hands. If you think about pink pepper, think about anything with your immune system. I don't care if it's warts, and that includes not so friendly ones somewhere else, like anything venereal, ooh, yuck, right? Includes all that, includes anything respiratory, like anything to do with your immune system, right? Anything to do with your skin. It's amazing for your skin. If you have gout, if you have heart problems, if you have menstrual disorder, like you bleed too much, good for wounds. But the most impressive one that I really didn't know about was if you gotta poop, use pink pepper. You can just put a drop in water and swallow it. It helps you poop. Woo! Any of you got toddlers around? I have a grandson who doesn't like to friggin' poop. So I actually put it on his tummy, right? Because digestion, he says, is too spicy for him, which is so funny. Pink pepper. He likes pepper. It's warm and spicy, of course. Smells delish. It can be used with no dilution at all. I don't even dilute it for the little guy, right? It really helps with your alertness. Who would have known, right? I mean, you think about poop, you don't gotta be weak for that, really. Oh yeah, you do. Whoops, unless you're wearing a diaper, right? It's antibacterial, it's cleaning. Like, this stuff's the bomb. I love pink pepper. So if you don't like the taste of pink pepper, but you want some of those like anti-inflammatory benefits and all that in your body, put a drop in honey and put that honey in your mouth. That's amazing. Like I said, I just capsule mine and that works for me. Let's see. Somewhere else I have a book on this desk. If you could only see this desk. Oh, Lord Almighty. Now, always the emotions book. I only marked off a couple of things. Pink pepper exposes the tendency of people to compare themselves to others. doTERRA speaking, no wonder I like pink pepper, just saying. Pink pepper teaches that comparison never leads to happiness, but rather increases sorrow. It energetically assists individuals with taking the middle path of equality found through their own self-acceptance. So, you know how, like, you're looking at your friends, rather it's like doTERRA business or financially or physically, the way they look, clothes, car, whatever. And you kind of do that comparison. Oh, they have a little more than I do. Or, oh, I have a little more than they do. This helps stop that crap. You want to like stop that crap. You are who you are. You're a beautiful being. Love yourself, right? So this oil catalyzes stagnant heart space energies and moves the individual towards belief in the goodness of self. Ultimately, the belief in the goodness of others. Pink pepper reminds that by being patient, kind, and loving to oneself, individuals can learn to extend that same mercy to those around them. Like, how awesome is that? You know, if you mix this with a little coconut, you can use it on your face too. It's supposed to be really good for your skin. Just saying. So that's my spiel on pink pepper. And while I was looking for my pink pepper for this class,
Can I add one thing to that?
please do.
If there is anybody out there who has, because I'm trying to be PC, gone through something like I have of the big C word, this is your friend. This is your friend. In fact, at the same convention or a convention later, they were talking about pink pepper, and in the background, they had the faint pink ribbon in the background. So this is a great one to start applying over your heart, or, you know, and really start bringing that benefit of that healing into your body in that way. Pair it with frankincense or sandalwood, which are other big anti-C ones, but this is your friend, which is sorry I had that.
Okay, because Amy threw that in there, maybe that reminds me I should just at least say the properties, because not everybody needs it for the same thing, right?
Okay.
So antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, anti-tumor, antiviral, antimicrobial, antispasmodic. So not only does it help you poop, but if you've had the tummy bug where your belly is overactive, you put it on there on your tummy to help with that too. Diuretic, stimulant, and wound healing. So,
And I just combined that one with patchouli, honestly, and I was huffing it. Oh my gosh, I think I found a new perfume I love.
Paula, what book are you looking at?
Modern.
I'm looking at the little handbook,
Modern Essentials.
Modern Essentials, and it is the most recent one. It's the 13th edition. But remember, I like this one because it's light and I don't have to lug around the big books. So I'm kind of a baby about carrying heavy stuff. All right. So while I was looking for this friggin' amazing pink pepper that I love and use every single day, I found my little bottle of Pursue and pulled it out, right? Oh my God, I friggin' love it. But I love pepper and it smells like pepper. Why would that be? It has clary sage, grapefruit, black pepper, frankincense, cedarwood, jasmine, and osmanthus. And of course, it has coconut in it, right, to dilute it down. But everybody's sensories are a little bit different. All I smell is the pepper, but I am so drawn to this Pursue. So I decided to see if there was any information on it. And there's not a lot, but there's a little. So it's calming and uplifting at the same time.
First of all, wait, where did you get your Pursue? Because maybe not people won't know where to get it.
Dude, I got this at convention, I think 2019, maybe
2020. It was
2020.
So
Yeah,
it was when we had a virtual and they mailed them to us in our convention kits.
Yeah, this was a convention oil. You know, every year they make a special oil just for convention. And even though we didn't all meet together, it did get mailed out in the package. So, and it's funny because I don't know, like my package came way late and I didn't really go through. So when I discovered it, I really liked it. Then I moved and lost it, right?
They did have it as like an extra in the special offers for a little while too. Sometimes they have extras after conventions, so people can watch for those limited time offer things with things like that too. But yeah, continue because I'd love to hear the properties because I didn't know about it.
All right. So it brings inspiration to everyday tasks and challenges. So if you're feeling kind of stagnant and whatever, you don't want to do the dishes, you don't want to call the people you need to call or clean your space, whatever. That's what it's for, right? You don't want to go to the gym, put it on, let it help you. Motivates and personally empowers you, right? So listen to this. This is what I like. This is on their PDF. I just pulled up the doTERRA PDF. Life is a journey filled with breakthroughs and setbacks, wins and losses. Becoming your best self takes confidence, creativity, and courage. Success requires dedication, drive, and determination. The pursuit for excellence is never ending. doTERRA's proprietary essential oil blend Pursue is inspiring and empowering. Pursue is a calming and uplifting aroma created with the natural essence oils of clary sage, grapefruit, black pepper, frankincense, cedarwood, and the absolute flowers of jasmine and osmanthus. The unique blend mixes floral, citrus, woody, and slightly spicy scents with skin moisturizing fractionated coconut oil and can be used as a personal fragrance to help give you an attitude boost. Yeah, I need all the attitude I can get. The pursuit is never easy, so pursue it as pure. And I really love how they put that out there. Now, it doesn't actually say on here like antispasmodic, but just look at the oils that are in there. I mean, you've got definite anti-inflammatory, brain waking up, neuro system. I mean, if you want to go through it, every individual oil, by all means, pull out your book and check it out. But I will tell you a little secret that I did with some of this. I mixed it with bath salts. Frickin' best bath ever. So
I love that idea.
I had forgotten all about that in the chaos of life. So all I'm saying is when you get these cool little mixes that you can't usually purchase any other way, hang on to them and figure out the best way to use them for you. I do love that the leftovers are usually for sale in the special orders, you know, or time sensitives.
It's so awesome. As you're reading it, Brenda was watching my face. I was just telling Brenda before we started this recording, I've kept this one on my desk and I've been using it as I've been working for the last 3 days. And can I tell you, next level production, next level. It's like friggin' off. And as you're reading, I'm like, bam, that is exactly what is going on in this office right now. Sam, seriously. Like,
see, we all get together and just throw it all out there and we can make it happen. But my time is up. So the lovely Renee is up next.
Okay, I couldn't get my mute off. Okay, all right, thanks, ladies. Can I just say a little bit about each of those oils? So Brenda, past tense, little strong for me. So guess what? I put it on my feet. So people, if it's too strong for you, because it's too strong on my temples, my eyes water, or it's just too strong, I put it on my feet and I get all the benefits for it. So that's my little tip for people that think it's a little bit too strong because of all the oils that are mixed into it. Amy, pink pepper. Excuse me, patchouli, sorry. I am putting that into my hiking bag. I didn't know rattlesnake bites. You just never know on that. Deodorant. Hey, I start with deodorant on, but if it's getting ranky because it's getting hot, I'm adding some of that stuff. And then that is awesome. And pink pepper, that is absolutely phenomenal. I need to start using pink pepper more and more. So thank you, ladies, for all of your information on that. I'm learning just as much as you guys out there are learning from each of us. So today, I'm going to talk about peace. So it's one of our emotional oils, and it comes in a roller and it comes in a 5 ml as well. So peace is kind of been one of my favorites lately because our world is going crazy. So if you just feel like you're anxious, overwhelmed, just grab peace. There's a couple ways you can do this. So in the 5 ml, I like to diffuse it. It is a smaller one, so it only has 75 drops in it. So I don't like to use all of it in my diffuser. I mix it into with it something. If I want a little bit more upbeat, I do wild orange, I do citrus bliss, but I kind of do a blend just to get the relaxation, the calmness, but just kind of have a nice scent as well. This one is actually a sweet, rich, and minty flavored. I'm going to tell you what's in it in a few minutes. Or this is really good if you diffuse at night. So if right by your bedside table, if you have a diffuser in your bedroom, great one to diffuse. And I always like to tell people, mix it up in your nightly routine in your diffuser. So your body doesn't, just adapt to that same one. And plus, we all have different emotions throughout the month, the week, the day, whatever. So just mix it up and see what blends that work well for you when you are sleeping. So let's go back to vetiver is in here, which is the root. I love vetiver. So vetiver, lavender, ylang-ylang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, and spearmint. All those fabulous oils are in this little bottle. So all those properties, everything, it's just fabulous. So what you can do is, like I just said, you can diffuse it at night. You can drop it in your hands, and you know me, I always like to show and tell. So when we talk about inhale, we just like to take one drop, rub it together, and inhale 3 times, just really big. And then once you just put it in the back of your neck, or put it on your wrist, just kind of get that all over your body. Because again, we were just told that our bodies are a human diffuser. Some people even just kind of rub it on their hair too, because it is a great diffuser. Your hair is a great diffuser, a natural diffuser. So, and then you can apply it on the bottom of your feet. So there's some ways that you can do just to calm your body, calm your atmosphere. Great in your bath too, by the way, because I do a lot of Epsom salt baths. Fabulous to add a couple drops in your bath. So that is what I do with the 5 ml. So let's chat a little bit about the roller. So the roller, I always keep around the house. I always keep it in a purse and stuff. These are great to roll over your heart because it just goes right into the system. And then plus it leaks up to your nose, so you can smell it all the time. You can put it behind your ears. And I always do it on the forearms. I was taught that, not sure exactly why, but I was taught to do it on your forearms, so I still do it. So anyways, what this is really good for kids as well, because it is a little diluted. It's got some fractionated coconut oil. So if you have like a crying baby or kids that are fussing, rub it down their spine or on their feet and just get the oil into their system, and it will calm them down. So that is my spiel on peace. I love the emotion oils. We have several of them in a packet, but you can buy them separately and stuff. But if you want some peace in your life, literally, this is one that you should be getting. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Glad that everybody was here. And let's go ahead and close us out.
Hey guys. So I was thinking about what you just said, Renee, with doing the forearms. Maybe it's because you talk with your hands so that you're always smelling it as you're moving around, right? Right. I do. I talk with my hands. So that's why I put it there. But I was thinking about the patchouli. So I had a friend come over and I let her, all my oils are out, right? I'm like, pick whatever you want. That's what I put in the diffuser. She picked patchouli. And I'm sure y'all have figured out by all the jokes that I do not like patchouli. And we only put 1 drop in that diffuser. So I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't clean your diffuser, you're going to always smell patchouli for months and months. So you got to get in there and do the vinegar, the distilled white vinegar, and really clean it out. So if you don't care for that scent, don't put it in your diffuser. Just saying. All right.
Same thing with vetiver. Same thing with vetiver.
Same with vetiver. Yeah, but I like vetiver, so I don't care. So all I'm saying is there's a few of the ones that are more earthy that for some reason really cling inside that plastic. So if it's something that you're not going to enjoy later, don't put it in your diffuser, put it on cotton ball on the desk or something, or let that person put it on them. Just be wary. I don't know why I just remember that, but I did. So how amazing was this? This was a lot of fun. I always learned so much from you guys. Yeah. Now, next month, we're going to talk about what? Ours. It's all about the ours. So if
we're all going to turn into pirates. Arr.
Arr. If you have some requests on what you want us to cover, dump it on in there. I'm sure rescuer will be in there. There's going to be a few for sure. But I do want to say, I'm sure a few of you are going, it's September. Why aren't we talking about convention? Like, hello, are you going to talk to us about that? That's going to be a whole different video. So we definitely will be going over convention stuff with all of you. Be patient with us. We'll get it out there. We're just as excited as you are. But this is our FabOILous education A to Z. So that's where we wanted to leave it today. Thank you, ladies, for such a great call. See you next month.
See you guys.